So for this next project, upcycling, I have this little acorn decor plaque from the Dollar General, and I paid $1 for it. And I also have two of these tumbling tower blocks from those Jenga dupes at Dollar Tree, and a pack of these Jot Alpha sticker letters. So I'm going to show you how I put all of these together. And so first we're going to start off by removing the raffia and the wire that it has hanging from it. So because this is no longer going to be a hanging decor piece, we're going to start by removing the wire, and we're just going to use this little needle nose plier to remove the staples, and it just has a couple of staples that you have to maneuver and pull out. So now that we removed all of the embellishments, we should have a clean slate to work with. And I'm showing you here that everything was just attached by a few of those little staple clips that we took out with the needle nose plier, including the raffia bow. So now we have a nice clean surface to work with. From there, we're just going to move on to the embellishments, and what I have in mind is to spell out the word Hello Fall. And so I started out this task by adhering the alpha letters to this ruler just for a little bit more of a precise measurement, and I'm trying to get it pretty much as centered as I can with the ruler and then pressing down accordingly. So now you're just going to repeat the very same steps, spelling out the word fall. And so I just have it adhered to my ruler as such, and I'm trying to figure out whether I want to center it right in between or more to the left. And so here you see me pressing down the letters and trying to hold the ruler, the decor piece, the alpha letters, everything at once. And oop, there you go, I lost the man overboard. From there, it's just a matter of converting this wall hanging decor piece to a standalone decor. So what we're going to be doing is utilizing these tumbling tower block pieces, and I do apologize for being partially out of frame. And so all we're going to do to make it a standalone piece is take the tumbling tower Jenga block pieces and adhere them to each other to create a little stand. And we're just going to be adding a little dot of glue to each corner and in the center, and then we're going to adhere it directly onto the board and do the same on the opposite side. From there, what I did was I restrung that little wire right onto the tag and sort of looped it around itself so that I could reattach it onto the stem of the acorn, if you will, without having to use any staple or glues. And I'm kind of just pinching it in place so that I can get the tag to cascade onto the side of itself so that it won't cover up the words hello fall that we spelled out, because that would defeat the whole purpose. So now it's just a matter of reattaching that raffia bow back onto the acorn so that it covers up those nasty little holes. So you're just going to want to put a nice little dollop of glue right on that same knot that it had from where it was attached before, and you're just going to place it right in the same place where it was to begin with to cover up any kind of imperfections on the decor piece. Ta-da! And just like that, we now converted a hanging decor piece to a standalone decor piece just by utilizing those tumbling tower blocks from the Dollar Tree, as well as some of those self-adhesive alpha letters from the Dollar Tree. And I just think it came out so stinking adorable, and I hope you like it too. So for the easiest upcycle project ever, I have for you this little 5x7 picture frame from the Dollar Tree, as well as this holiday card. And sorry for the glare, guys. And so we're just going to begin by opening up the packaging on this little decor frame and emptying out its entire contents. From there, we're going to take the backing and the glass, and we're going to set that to the side for now. And we're just going to take our frame, which is pretty enough on its own, but we're going to be adding some white paint to it to brighten it up some and give it a pop of color, because remember that card is pretty dark on its own, so we don't want it to wash away with the darkness on the frame as well. So in order to give it a pop, we're just going to whitewash this frame, if you will. From there, before my paint has the opportunity to completely dry, I'm going to be doing what you call a wet distressing technique. And so all I have is a little Brillo Basics rag from the Dollar Tree, and I dampened it with some water, and I'm just going to intricately go over some of the raised areas on the frame just to expose some of that wooden brown paint from underneath. So basically, you can pull up as much or as little as you want. There's no rhyme or reason to this wet distressing. And what I like about it is that there's none of that sawdusty, chalky, powdery residue left from when you have to use the sandpaper. You know, it's pretty clean. And so I'm satisfied with the look I have so far. So now what I'm showing you here is that I had to cut off the card for precise measurement, and in the interim it ended up cutting off part of the stem, which is not a big deal. I just wanted to make sure I was going to get all of the wording in the picture. So now it's just a matter of putting everything together inside the frame. So we're going to place that card right on top of that glass, and we're going to place the insert back in case we need to use it as a template in a future project. And now we're just going to add the backing back and press gently on those clips so that we don't break the glass. And there you have it. If this wasn't the easiest DIY upcycle ever, I don't know what is. Who would have thunk to just by taking a Dollar Tree holiday gift card and putting it inside a Dollar Tree picture frame, it would have elevated this to such another level. And I just love what the distressing of the frame with that white paint just did to this. And I hope you enjoyed it as well. So for this next no fuss, no mess upcycling project, we're going to be utilizing this little stand-up easel decor sign that I got from Dollar General, and I'm going to try to turn it into a two-sided decor piece, if you will. It has that little cork backing on it, but I don't want to leave it just plain like that. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be measuring out the framing on the cork part. I'm just going to get the measurements for that little insert, if you will, and then I'm going to measure out this little design, which I fell in love with, from this little pocket folder from the Dollar Tree. It's just a regular pocket folder from the Jot brand, and I just fell in love with that design pattern on it. So I'm showing you here that in cutting out my little image from the Dollar Tree folder, I had to cut off part of the collar, which doesn't bother me that much because I'm still getting most of the image. And so now it's just a matter of placing it right inside that insert, which fits so snugly. And I am just happy with the outcome. I'm not even going to glue it or Mod Podge it or anything because I want to be able to switch it out accordingly when I need to. And so I am just happy about the fact that I now have a two-sided decor easel, and it's so stinking cute, and I'm just in love with that Dollar Tree deer head image, and I hope you think that this was easy enough for you to want to try as well. So I have this little galvanized tin that I picked up at the Dollar General, and I thought it was cute, although I didn't like the floral stems that came with it, so I pulled them out and tossed them. Sorry, I don't even have them to show, but I did like the little jute ribbon that it has, so I'm keeping that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere some of these self-adhesive alpha letters to the galvanized tin. So to help myself out a little with the placement of the wording, I have my trusty old ruler, which I already laid the letters on because this galvanized tin has a like a rounded shape. It's kind of hard to get the placement precise. So I'm going to play with it a little and try to get it as centered as possible. From there, repeating the same steps as before, I already spelled out the word fresh, and I'm going to be placing it right underneath the word market that I already spelled out. So this is what you should be left with now that you have the placement of your lettering down. And these handles are not quite symmetrical, so I didn't get it as, centered as I wanted to be, but I tried my best nonetheless. And these self-adhesive alpha letter stickers from the Dollar Tree, guys, are awesome. I still have a crap ton left. This came with 370 per pack, so if you see this, guys, at your Dollar Tree, grab them while you can because it's worth the dollar. And now what's left to do is to add in my florals. So I have these three little burlap sunflowers that came on a bouquet with, I want to say, about five, and I just cut off three stems and I folded them up on the bottom as you see here so that I don't even have to put any floral foam inside the little galvanized tin. And voila, that's it. That completes this project, and this just took this to another level as well. And I'm loving the little Market Fresh signage on it, and I hope you enjoyed this project as well.